What's up, guys? Sketchy here, coming at you with the 19th episode of Sketchy Unscripted and the 5th episode in the Road to the Siege miniseries. Now, this was supposed to be my first impressions of the extended preview as well as my reaction to the announcement of January's comics, but thanks to those computer issues that I mentioned in my last update video, that was the one thing that I lost because I wasn't able to save it before my computer got all screwy. So I decided to skip the extended preview, just go straight to the comic, and as for the January comics reaction, I'm just going to tackle that in another Sketchy Unscripted sometime in the future. So like last time, I'm going to be talking about one thing I did like, one thing I did not like, and one thing that I'm curious about. And just like last time, please do not ask me about anything else that happened in the comic, as I will be saving those thoughts for the actual review. So, what was one thing that I did like? I liked the first third of this issue. I'm glad that we got some more clarification on not only Radiant Hope's motivations, but also more explanation on what that crystal was, and they were able to do it in a clear and concise way that didn't feel like it was taking up space. Speaking of taking up space, however, that leads me to the one thing that I did not like, is that the rest of the comic was focused on just doing another fight scene, and it kind of felt like a rehash of the fight scene from part 1. The only thing of significance that we get from this scene is that Celestia and Luna come in and they are incapacitated and can continue. And from a writing standpoint, this is obviously a setup so that Cadence and Twilight can do what they need to do in order to save the day. And while I am glad that this means that Cadence will get some more screen time from here on, the fight scene that led up to it was just really meh. So I'm hoping that this issue is the lowest point of the arc and that it can only get better from here. As for the thing that I'm curious about, in the last panel, Radiant Hope seemed to be like surprised at what Sombra did, like she didn't want this to go this far. So maybe this means that there will be some kind of game-changing twist in part 3, either she does something to Sombra, or maybe Chrysalis will do something that will justify her presence in this comic. Yeah, I'm still a little iffy about that. Hopefully it'll prove me wrong in the next 2 parts, and Iron Will also to a lesser extent. But yeah, I'm curious to see what's going through Hope's mind as of that ending. So that about does it for my first impressions on Siege of the Crystal Empire Part 2. Let me know one thing you liked, one thing you didn't like, and one thing you're curious about in the comments below, or hit me up on social media. Until next time, keep it sketchy, folks.